What's up, Malphus? It's your boy Malphus, man. I'm here with I'm I'm good, blessed, tired, but we here, you know what I mean? We here having a good time. We got some amazing stories that's gonna re-energize the people because I know it's a little late. We're gonna re-energize y'all. Great time, great stories. Looking forward to it.
Them that we can see them and hear them and we're trying to fix it because they can't hear me.
I can't see them either. That's the problem. All right, so let's go. We're gonna try this again. All right.
Speak
So
to them.
y'all should be able to hear Ruby now. Let me know if
Okay, can y'all hear
Ruby.
me now? Let's see. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Okay, so we did see y'all. We had some technical issues going on because we couldn't necessarily see y'all in the chat from like our actual broadcasting screen, and then y'all couldn't hear me. It was a whole mess. Obviously, we have some issues we need to work through. Again, we got a short show today. We got a short show tomorrow for those of y'all, because y'all totally missed everything I was saying. It's fine. Whatever. We have a new segment up today, okay? And it's inspired by one of y'all's suggestions. I can't wait for this one. It's funny. And y'all get to vote on that segment. Y'all get to vote on all the segments. It's gonna be really cool. So Zell, why don't we just move on to the first story while we try to fix all these technical issues? Shout out again, let me shout out to everyone before we move on to the first story. Okay, so we've got shout out to Don Teasy, shout out to Mama Bell, shout out to Ms. Vonda, shout out to Roslyn, shout out to Shar. Thank you all so much for showing up, as you always do, supporting us. Y'all are our day ones. We could not do this without you. Okay, now we're going to go fix all the technical difficulty issues behind the scenes. Well, yeah, y'all watch the first episode.
All right, let's go.
Oh, no.
Hi, my name is Jenny. I'm a sophomore, and this is for all three of you. Can you say in one sentence or less what? You know what I mean. Can you say why America is the greatest country in the world?
What's up, Alphas? Today we are talking about holidays, what's happening to delivery drivers. It's getting crazy. People know your gifts are out there. They know things are happening and bad things are happening. Now, why am I saying this? Is because I am a person who has been impacted by it. I don't know if this particular. Apparently, I didn't get a package because they lost it in transit somewhere and it never came, so they had to refund me my money with Amazon. Apparently, I mean December. They were supposed to be here on December 5th. Well, not even December 5th. It was supposed to be 2nd. All of a sudden, they lost the track of the pass, lost in transit. They're like, we don't know where your package is. That's what they told me. Sent me a refund. Be cool with that. Shout out to Amazon for sending refunds. You know what I mean? Shout out to them for actually sending the refund. But this story leads directly into that because delivery drivers now face holiday violence as carjackers, robbers disrupt package rush. Again, I have no clue if this happened to my package. Could have. My package was indeed in New York, and another one was in California, and neither one of them got to me. So this could have been affected by me. I have been. Yes. So it's apparently it's a lot of people looting and raiding to disrupt this package. Black Friday, the perfect time to do it. People buying Xboxes, TVs, desks. You can have your whole setup. These robbers know it too, and if they start cutting people off and getting what they want out of it, getting new PS5s and Xbox Ones is worth it, right? But I want to bring awareness to this story because I want to show y'all, because I too was a driver as well. So I understand the dangers of this. So let's go watch this video. What happened? We're gonna hear about it, because again, it is the season where people find a lot of product that robbers know.
In the truck game. Look, working right now. Oh my god. Hell. Oh my god.
I want y'all to look at something. That person, defeated person. They know they can't do nothing. There's too many of them. That's a defeated person. They delivering packages, doing their job, trying to get home for holidays, maybe get a little holiday pay. They gonna get robbed. Somebody blame them for it because they bosses. Oh, y'all know how it go. That's a defeated person right there. And the way these jobs are, they have insurances and stuff like that. And if you don't have a certain amount, you have to pay for it and all kind of bullshit. So they get blamed. Even though I don't know in this situation, since they have a camera directly on it and somebody can directly show that somebody directly stealing, they probably won't have any issues. Probably won't have any issues because it looks like a hair. But you can clearly see that that person is defeated because they know what this is.
Oh my god. Hell, man.
Wow. Wild footage show a group of looters ransacking an Amazon delivery vehicle on November 12th as a helpless driver looks on in shock. The female driver told Atlanta police that at least 4 men ran up in her truck and stole multiple bags. While the person filming the video was cracking up, this type of theft is no laughing matter. Not. Just hours earlier, a similar crime happened when a horde of motorists blocked a FedEx semi truck in Memphis. Listen, yeah, y'all know it. Y'all thinking about it too. It appears to be kind of disappointing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? As Steve stole multiple packages from the once sealed back. I wonder how they get in though. Maybe we'll read on it. U.S. experienced a shoplifting epidemic that cost retailers an estimated $100 billion in 2020. Let's give Ruby her credit. She did the Walgreens story. Showed you the multiple theft stories. Maybe they can't use fog outside, so now they're going after the delivery driver. Listen, looting is a problem. We shouldn't never praise looting because somebody's Christmas, somebody spent a lot of money on their kid's gift. Their kid might not receive it, or they won't receive it in time for Christmas because now they're backlogged and everybody's getting their stuff stolen, so they might be. You shouldn't ever praise looting. You can't blame America for your problems that, oh, they're poor innocent. No. They're doing wrong. They're stealing. They're hurting somebody. Amazon, the rich company, right? They can have. What if they don't want to? That's the thing we nobody ever count. What if they don't want to? That's why I also don't believe in a lot of the crap y'all like try to depend on these companies to do. Like we boycott, they're gonna do right. No, they're not. They're gonna file bankruptcy and quit. They're not gonna do right. But the shoplifting epidemic is a thing that's actually costing a lot of money. Robbing these stores of raising prices and hurting regular people who try to consume products. Now something $50 more, $100 more because we have less of it because somebody just stole it. Hurting me, hurting you. Most of it. This is a thought I want to talk about with the shoplifting epidemic that's happening in America right now. They're just busting in the stores and stuff. Shout out to the New York Post for this stuff. Give some more. It's the holiday season, which means delivery drivers will be hustling Christmas gifts. Dangerous Grinches lurking. Recent robberies and carjacking of delivery drivers have put a spotlight in the threat they face as they have a rush of shipments and presents. Drivers for Amazon, FedEx, and UPS have all been targeted over the past month. The U.S. Postal Service is also vulnerable, with assaults on postal service workers up 231% over the last 3 years, according to the Postal Police Office Association. Again, links to COVID. Got poor people saw movement. People wasn't working. People saw how these things moved in the holiday season. They're like, oh, that delivery truck go that, FedEx truck go that. But like, pray on these people. Per Postal Service data, 412 Americans were robbed in 2020. Just the first half of the year, 305 employees robberies have been reported. Armed robberies of letter carriers increased sharply between 2008 and 2021, rising 36 to 154 reported incidents according to the United States Postal Inspection Service. Now, U.S. Postal Service probably getting robbed less than all of them because you robbed the U.S. Postal Service. That's guaranteed 20. Them kids that robbed that going to jail for 20 years. They do. I don't. The one thing the government don't play about is their own. They are considered their own. They are federal workers. You're in trouble. Robbing postal. Robbing UPS and Amazon. Chalk it up to business, regular robbery. Mail carriers and delivery drivers in Chicago, Cincinnati, Houston, Phoenix, San Francisco, and other cities over the past 2 months demanded safer conditions for delivery workers on their routes as Enough is Enough rallies via the National Association of Letter Carriers. Again, doing what the N-word kind of. Recently, U.S. Postal Service National Public Information Officer Michael Martell told Fox News Digital that thieves have been after Postal Service workers' arrow keys, which can be used to open most postal boxes. After an instruction on how to spot them proliferated online. Using those keys, he said thieves can obtain financial documents like Social Security checks to commit fraud, along with prescriptions and other valuable items. Thieves can reportedly command thousands of dollars on the black market. In a similar news, we're not gonna go into it too much, but the reason the car, you remember my car story about San Antonio? I followed up on it with a police officer, and this gonna go into this story. Trust me. They said Kias take the USB. I've been noticing kids been asking for a USB and like, oh, is this what you? What? How do you? Is this the USB C to see? And he said apparently they can go in, pull the cord out, and it's a YouTuber that shows you how to do it. Now Hyundai and Kia are on a lawsuit about how unsafe their cars is because you can a USB cord, pull the car out, get across the security, crank the car. Here, now we have found out about arrow keys, which now makes what I said earlier kind of worth it more because black market, you can steal Social Security check, all those things. Might be more worth it to instead of just, oh, I'm just robbing somebody's letter. I'm stealing this one time. I can go to people's houses where I know they get something on the 1st of the month, 15th. Do it now. Man, it's a little more risky. Because instead of just robbing a random postal service worker and going off and just doing that, now I can rob you for your key. Robbed at gunpoint. Terrifying video showed 2 brazen criminals robbing a delivery person on January 13th. He was not hurt. They've been arrested thanks to our criminal analyst and robbery detective with 85 felony charges and 11 convictions in their history. We hope they stay locked up. In May of this year, Martell said UPIS expanded the Project Safe Delivery program in light of increased robberies and mail theft. As part of the initiative, the agency installed over 10,000 mail collection boxes, upgraded with an additional security feature, Martell said, and 6,500 electronic. Also in May, USPIS and law enforcement agencies across the country have carried out 109 arrests for robberies, more than 530 for mail theft. This is certainly increased opportunity for mail theft to occur around the holiday season, Martell said. Thursday, the Postal Service and Project Safety delivered the holidays to keep American mail and our employees safe. Tuesday, the agency arrested 20-year-old Devin Flax in connection with 2 armed robberies of USPS carriers in Chicago, the agency wrote in a press release. The man had robbed 1 letter carrier at gunpoint on Saturday, and the agency said, then another one on Tuesday. Upon his arrest, 2 stolen postal keys, again the postal key, and the firearm used to robbers were confiscated. Flax was charged with 2 counts of armed robbery, 1 count of aggravated robbery, and 3 counts of aggravated unlawful use of a weapon. Martell said the thieves also breaking the carrier's trucks, curbside boxes, packages en route. Most recently, an Amazon driver in Haven, Connecticut, was held up by 4 carjackers, 1 armed, as he unloaded packages from his truck early Wednesday. The armed man pointed his gun at the delivery driver and demanded he get in the truck. The man gathered the package in the vehicle, then fled the scene. New Haven Police Department said the driver was shaken but unharmed. 2 days earlier in Colorado, a FedEx driver was jumped by a carjacker. The Denver Police Department told Fox News that officers responded to the scene around 4:30 p.m. Monday and took the victim northbound street crime scene to a hospital where he was treated for non-life-threatening illness. A stolen truck was found later at Garfield Street Post. The case remains under investigation, including if anything was stolen from the vehicle. Of course it was. Why would they just steal a vehicle and not steal nothing from an Amazon or FedEx truck? No arrests have been made. On Thanksgiving, Chicago, 2 gunmen robbed another FedEx driver in Bucktown neighborhood around 10:43. Again, more and more cases. None of these cases are the same. It's just a problem. In an incident the day before, about 6 masked gunmen arrived in a black Jeep and hit a man in the back of the head with a weapon, Chicago's West Carroll Avenue, then fled the scene with the victim's silver Infiniti SUV. The department reportedly investigated whether the 2 incidents are related. In response to the incident, a spokesman of FedEx told Fox News that safety of his team members and the security of his customer shipment were their top priority. Probably your workers first. But they're in the shipment business. We will have rigorous safety and security programs in safe place intended to ensure team members are safe. Custom property is protected. The company's representative wrote on Wednesday evening. Earlier this month, doorbell camera footage in Maryland captured the armed daytime carjacking of a female UPS driver. As you can see right here. He can be saw calling the police on a cell phone. They just put a gun on me. The driver could be told telling the dispatcher ring doorbell. Dick Durbin. Over the past 3 years, assault has been against postal employees. Delivery mail has increased 231%. Listen, we have had COVID. We have had people talking about the postal service is evil and they try and deliver votes to Trump. We've had people just learn routes and do all that. Listen, Amazon, I know they might not get your package, and I was a little hurt by it, but I'm not mad. So I want to show y'all why I'm not mad, because this happened. I want to warn y'all that's doing these drivers, because I have a delivery driver that's watching our video or it watches weekly. Praying for you, keep you safe. Hope everything is okay, because this is happening. We want to report the news, let you know this is happening. That's it. I want y'all to understand. Pray for these people out here that's delivering our packages, because this is the season. Y'all think about Christmas to Amazon. We're gonna get these packages each type of Sunday. Prices are outrageous. Everything is mad, but now we forget about the person who just making the delivery. Raise the price. They didn't do none of that. So this is a video for y'all to help y'all, hopefully make people more aware. Hopefully maybe push something, because we see Susan Collins, Dick Durbin, and all of them trying to make a bipartisan support for it. Maybe you can call your local official. Yeah, maybe the police go look at routes more. I don't know what we can do. Things like this need to be watched, because again, it not only affects us when we don't get our packages, myself, because my package should be gone. It might be missing. They said they couldn't find it. Or it could be in the past when I was driving delivered and they think I got packages in my truck when I only had medicine. But again, prescription drugs. Some of them prescription drugs cost $50,000 a piece. Like 50 of them. Some on the black market. Of course they would go after me. Why would they not? So me being in that position, I understand. I just want y'all to update y'all on this story, let y'all know what's going on. I appreciate y'all. It is Classic Rubes, Zelle, like and subscribe, notification bell, all of that. Thursday, Friday live show, recording throughout the week. Can't watch the live show. Be in the live show so you can interact. It's almost Christmas time, y'all. We about to get it.
Hi, my name is Jenny. I'm a sophomore, and this is for all 3 of you. Can you say in 1 sentence or less what? You know what I mean. Can you say why America is the greatest country in the world?
Yeah, Ruby, crime is up. It is up, and it's holiday season, Black Friday. They know you are buying expensive gifts. So apparently what they're doing is they having a group of cars stop in front of the UPSs and FedEx and just rob them. And just come out with a bunch of cars, just running out with product. And as Shar said, I hope it's a bunch of dog food. I just hope somebody just ordered like 70 things of dog food and they just ran off with it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Okay, so what did you vote? First and foremost, what did you vote in the poll? Did you vote that yes, it's easier to just steal at holiday time? That's why they're doing it?
Yes,
is that what happened?
I think most people know this is like a heavy shopping season for Amazon. And they just like, yo, it's gonna be a lot of electronics. It's gonna be a lot of, because during the year it's probably gonna be more personal things that you need at the house that they probably don't want. But during this time of year, it's gonna be a lot of electronics. Kids want what they want: PS5s, Xboxes.
Yeah, see, like, I think that the answer is yes, but I know it's actually literally yes. It's always been yes. And I know that from working in retail, right? But It's not necessarily because it's easier. It's just because people become desperate around certain times of year, right? Holiday season is a huge one, right? There's a lot of pressure on parents and on people to be able to provide for their loved ones, to be able to get certain types of presents for their kids, maybe they can't afford, to be able to afford holiday meals or special things, whatever, right? So in general, you see theft go up. And a lot of times it's specifically around that type of thing. People are trying to give their loved ones Christmas presents or a certain type of experience that they can't afford. So they're either stealing stuff to give to their loved ones, or they're stealing stuff so that way they can basically like sell it, so that way they can then buy their loved ones the things that their loved ones want. So it's basically how that works. So I mean, what else are you gonna do? Now, everyone else, just so y'all know, okay, and you still got a few seconds, but if you haven't voted in the first poll, you're going to want to vote in the first poll, okay? So the options, okay? Question is, are thefts rising because of the holiday season? Option 1, yes, it's easier at this time. 2, option 2 is nope, folks are just crazier. And 3 is, I think it's about the same probably, you know? And so y'all can get your vote in, okay? Because as soon as we're done the discussion, the next story starts, the poll ends, and then it's on to the next poll. So yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I don't think, like, really and truly, like, technically, it's easier to get away with theft at other times of the year. So it's not like the best time to steal, actually. So it's a harder time to steal now than it is around the rest of. They hire way more staff during the Christmas holiday season, right? They hired more security. They're constantly around the clock monitoring the security. So I think technically it's actually a lot harder to steal now. So that just goes to show you people's desperation. That's what I think.
I think that's why they're going after the Amazon drivers instead of the retail stores. Let's go stop in front of this random lady that's 75 years old who's driving this truck every day, and I done learned her route now. We're going to get her.
Hey man, we could talk about the giant Brinks theft from Toronto Pearson Airport. I recorded that and I forgot to record the sound, and I've been so disappointed about it. I've never re-recorded it. But no, that did literally just recently happen for basically the same reason, right? People picked, oh, there's no cameras over there in that warehouse. I'm going to go steal a bunch of gold bars. That's what happened. People are not as stupid as they look. Hey, you know what? That reminds me of something. Human beings are not as stupid as apparently they look. Because, for example, there are schools. Like, let's just say, I don't want to pick one out of thin air. Barbers Hill Academy in Texas, right? And Barbers Hill Academy in Texas wants us all to believe that they're not racist. They really want us to believe that, right? And so this update on the Darryl George story, well, you know, that's going to show us that, hey, you know what? People are not as stupid as Barbers Hill Academy seems to think that they are, because, oh boy, have they dug their heels in very racistly to this one. But hey, listen, y'all get to vote in the poll. Y'all can vote yourselves and let us know. Is this one going to be racism or not? Take a look at the update. Y'all, got a little bit of an update for you. Definitely sad and pathetic, but you know what? Shout out to the young brother who is sitting here and still standing up for his rights that are protected by law, and somehow or another, his school, one of the catalysts for the reason why this law was enacted in this state to begin with, still don't care. Refuse to uphold the law. And they are going to they have decided they are going to double down, grind in their heels. They're not giving in. No matter how many times they get sanctioned, no matter how many times they get fined, no matter how much trouble they're going to get into. Barbers Hill, that's right, that high school, has decided they don't care. No, Locs, no service. They've decided. All right, so let's take a look at what they are doing still. Y'all remember this young man? Y'all remember this young man, right? So he was just the most recent casualty from Barbers Hill Academy. If y'all remember, Darryl George, at the time that we had covered this, he had literally been suspended since like the first day of school, August 31st. And he had been in this in-school suspension because he was non-compliant with the school's dress code. Now, remember, they changed the dress code to try to make the wording somehow or another ban Darryl, and really it just comes down to like, no, they don't like locks. They don't want your hair to be in black hairstyles. You want to be here, you got to conform. That's basically what they're saying. Okay. Now, Darryl George, who is already 18, has spent most of his entire year outside of the regular classroom. They said that his braided locks fell below his eyebrows and earlobes and violated the district's dress code. Even though, as we know, number one, that violates the Crown Act because number two, as you can see in the image, his hair does not fall below his eyebrows or his collar or whatever. His hair is in a state where it's not falling below anything, is it? No. Remember, if you remember what Barbers Hill said was, yeah, but if he were to take down those braids and then stretch it downwards instead of upwards the way y'all's naps grow, well, then it would be longer than his eyebrow. Therefore, sorry, but no dice. That's basically what they're saying, right? And so they didn't care that the Crown Act, which again wasn't stated because of their issues. Listen, I will make sure that I link, if y'all didn't hear this story before, I'll make sure I link the previous coverage that really encompasses all of the details. I'll make sure that I link that below. But what's happening now, right? That's where we're at. What is happening now? I mean, geez, it's like December, right? This young man has had literally no relief. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a second. For now, what's happening on the legal back end of this? Well, the state representative Ron Reynolds, a Democrat and chair of the Texas Legislative Black Caucus, said he planned to file an amendment to the law during the next session that specifically addresses length to stop their pretextual argument to not comply with the Crown Act. Right? They are acting in bad faith to continue discriminating against African-American students, Reynolds said in an email. George said he feels like he is being singled out. Darryl George said he feels like he's being singled out because there are other boys in the school with longer hairstyles than his. He was denied an exemption that the family requested because of the hairstyle's cultural and religious importance. It's frustrating because I'm getting punished for something everyone else is doing, which is growing hair and having hair. Well, punished how? Well, he's actually being sent to an alternative education program? What is that? Let's see. So after serving more than a month of in-school suspension over his dreadlocks, Darryl George, a black student in Texas, was told he will be removed from his high school and sent to a disciplinary alternative education program. Disciplinary. He'll be sent to EPIC, an alternative school program from October 12th through to November 29th for failure to comply with multiple campus and classroom regulations. The principal said on Wednesday. So this is Wednesday before October 12th. This has already happened. Okay? He was actually literally sent to this disciplinary program. Like he did something wrong. He's a bad, troubled kid for growing his hair and then wearing it styled in a way that totally complies with the dress code. Okay, perfect. Now, the principal for Barbers Hill, Lance Murphy, wrote that George has repeatedly violated the district's previously communicated standards of student conduct. Really? The letter also said that George will be allowed to return to regular classroom instruction on November 30th, but will not be allowed to return to his high school's campus until then unless he's there to discuss his conduct with school administrators. What does this seem like to y'all? Does this seem a little blackmail-y? Does it seem a little extortion-y to anybody? Okay. Barbers Hill Independent School District prohibits male students from having hair extending below their eyebrows, earlobes, or top of a t-shirt collar, according to the student handbook. Well, we've already seen his hair. It doesn't, right? Okay. Additionally, hair on all students must be clean, well-groomed, geometrical, and not an unnatural color or variation. The school does not require uniforms. That's interesting, right? Not an unnatural color or variation. Therefore, by their own dress code, if Black people were to, say, relax their hair, straighten it, right, to try to conform, they would be out of dress code, since that would be an unnatural variation for them. Interesting. Right. So now y'all get it, right? You get where we're at. So first and foremost, we have to recognize that Barbers Hill told cousins DeAndre Arnold and Caden Bradford back in 2020 that they had no choice but to cut their dreadlock. Then they started trying to change the policy around so that way it was like a dress code violation and not like a racism thing. And so the family sued the district, and that whole entire case helped to spur the Texas Crown Act being enacted. It was enacted on September 1st. This is because of Barbers Hill. Now what happened is on August 31st, Darryl, this poor young man, he was already suspended for dreadlocks. The act came in September 1st. As of September 1st, he should be unsuspended, you'd think. But no, he got in-school suspension after in-school suspension for refusing to cut his hair, which he shouldn't have had to because it's protected under the Crown Act, right? Cool. So then they send him to this disciplinary school, Epic, because he's such a bad kid. Yeah. So then what happened? Because he was sent for a short period of time, basically extortion-y, basically, we're going to screw with you in your life and your future and whatever, unless you comply, do as we say. So what happened? Well, November 30th came. December 1st came. It's going back to school, right? To his high school campus. Well, what happened? Well, it came. He refused to cut his hair, and Barbers Hill sent him back to in-school suspension for refusing to change his hairstyle. Literally, it was his first day back at the school after spending a month at an off-site disciplinary program. First day, resuspended. So for real at this point, I don't know what we do. Do we write petitions? Do we just grassroots, hey guys, let's all just put our support behind this at this point? Like, what do we do to support this young man and his right, his actual right, his protected by law right to wear his hair in a culturally and ethnically respecting way that still respects the dress code? His hair is geometrical. There's two on this side, two on this side. It very much matches. Oh, it's natural. This is a totally natural way for him as a young Black man to be wearing his hair. Like, this is a natural variation. Locks are not something we have to try to do. Our hair will naturally lock. This is absolutely insane. But shout out and kudos to this young man and the young men before him that refused to back down to this tyranny and this obviously barely veiled, thinly cloaked racism from Barbers Hill Academy. I don't know. Hopefully there is a resolution that does not destroy this young man's education and future prospects. I don't know. But y'all let me know what you think about this update and about what's going on at Barbers Hill Academy.
And I might not get to the finish line with you, but I will continue to strive to carve out my own space before passing this baton on to a new generation of runners, confident in victory because success, it runs in my race.
Y'all, okay? Y'all know I'm sensitive about this one because I am also locked up, okay? But before we go into discussion, I'm just going to read the questions to y'all because I know the poll's not working properly, okay? So this poll was, is Barbers Hill Academy driven by racism? Okay, the four possible answers are, number one, yes, but it's implicit bias, aka unaware racism, right? Number two is yes, and it is so on purpose racism. Number three is, no, they're just sticklers for the rules. And number four is no, it's just all from political pressure. Okay, so those are the options that you guys are weighing while we're having our little discussion. Now, I'm going to say, I let you know, I said, period, point blank, yes. And it is so on purpose racism. Because as I pointed out, y'all, like, dude, the whole Crown Act in Texas, of all places, was actually enacted because of this school. And how ridiculous they are. The fact that they now have to go in and try to get like a whole addendum or amendment or whatever to the Crown Act to say, hey, listen, stop playing these little semantic games with length and whatever. This is nonsense, absolute nonsense, right? That tells you that no, they know exactly what they're doing, right? Just like when they say the word thugs to mean Black teenager under the age of 23. Yeah, it's the same thing to me. I don't know. What do you think, Zal?
Yeah, 100% racism. We're not gonna pretend. They made the law for your school, and then you make up a rule to override that law, and then play technical games with them where they be like, "You really can't do that," but you playing technical game. So then they make an amendment for your school. That is absolutely insane. It's on course on purpose. Because if I make a rule about racism in the Crown Act, and it's about your school, you can't pretend it's not about racism. We made the rules for you because you was racist. You was racist.
I'm just saying, like, dude, like enough is enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really think that, and this is, they're giving like the whole rest of Texas a bad rap. Texas signed this in, right? This right-wing governor signed in the Crown Act. That was to say, like, dude, this is not that serious. This is just hair. Let people do what comes naturally with their hair, as long as they're being respectful of the rules of the schools that they're in and whatever. Let's just allow people. And Barbers Hill is just too uppity to be able to just allow us to have hair that grows out of our head and style it in naturally culturally significant ways. Like, that's not okay. But it's really not. It's not okay. Really. And like, yo, he's been suspended since August 31st, and they sent him to a bad kid's school and then immediately resuspended him as soon as he got back. Come on now. Like, dude, this is a game to them. No.
And Ruby, you said something interesting in it when you said that he said there's kids longer. I need to see the yearbook, because if it's white kids with hair longer than he is, we have a serious problem. And like, he is being singled out.
Yeah, of course, it's white kids, or it's
send us a yearbook photo.
So like, you know, like so there's other religions, Muslim religions, Sikhs, like stuff like that, who they grow their hair from birth. So they're allowed to have super long hair, but then it's knotted up on their heads and stuff. They have their turbans, or they have other things to sort of protect their hair. And actually, I actually fought this battle in high school. For those people who didn't know, got myself outrightly expelled because I wore a hat to school. Now, I didn't wear just a hat. I actually used the same wrap. I was a missionary at the time in church. And so I actually used the same kind of wrapping that I would wear to church. And they told me I wasn't allowed to. And I'm like, why not? The Muslim, the basically all the brown religious kids are allowed to do it. So I'm a Black religious kid. Why can't I? It says it in the Bible that women have to cover their heads when praying. And it also says in the Bible, we always have to have prayer in our heart. So therefore my head should always be covered. It's literally something we believe in the apostolic religion. So why can't I do it? And they actually expelled me first, then got a hold of my religious parent, who then confirmed that, no, I didn't just make that up, right? Like, I mean, I didn't actually wear my head covered all the time, but it wasn't the point, right? It was the point that they suspended me for nothing. So in general, right, you see this happen a lot, even like in Canada and other places and whatever. It's like, even where they're willing to validate other people of color and other religions and other cultural practices, there's still this bias against like Black hair. It's really wild. It's really wild.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of wild, Ruby's been on this story about hair, and you saw what happened in Africa in that story. That story is amazing too. Go back and look at all the story. I've been on a tear too. I'm against IRL streamers and YouTubers and the dumb actions that they do. Listen, y'all know my answer gonna be in this video. Y'all already know my answer, but apparently 6 months enough for doing the dumbest things on earth. Y'all see the title. Let's get into the video.
Dummy.
What's up, Alphas? It's your boy Officer May, and I share a name with a crazy person. But I also get to go on my rampage against these streamers and YouTubers who does crazy things. As you see, YouTuber gets 6 months behind bars, staging plane crash for clicks. And the debate on this show, this is a little older video, so we know a little bit about the story. We've seen a video recently come out, all that happened. And we kind of know about it because it happened in November 2020. We're going to read on that in a minute. But the question in this episode is, did he deserve more? 6 months enough, he's good, let him go free, it didn't harm nobody but himself. Or should you lay the hammer down and get rid of these influencers, IRL streamers? Let's get them off the street. Set an example of precedent. Because getting 6 months for a staged plane crash is crazy. But maybe there's something more that we don't understand that once we get through the whole case, because the case is not done. A YouTuber was sentenced money to 6 months in federal prison for obstruction of justice after deliberately crashing his single propeller plane to bolster his social media. Trevor Daniel Jacobs, 30, of Lompoc, a former Olympic snowboarder who was facing a max of 20 years, was sentenced to just 6 months by United States District Judge John F. Walter after pleading guilty to 1 count of destruction and concealment with intent to obstruct a federal investigation. Not only did he do it, but he probably got most of his time for obstructing a federal investigation. 6 months. I want y'all to watch it. Let's go watch the video, and then we're going to continue. Let me put it in full screen for you. That way it looks better for you, know. First part of the video is, this is clear for clicks. Why would you jump off a plane? Don't know where to go. Do you know that if a plane was if me and you was on a plane and this man just jumped out and they hit another plane because an idiot wanted clicks for you and they do something cool without having another pilot there, well, he could have did this whole video with another pilot. He just wants to look cool, right? It's okay to just want to look cool, right? Am I wrong? Okay to look cool. But that thing can hit anyone. 6 months, by the way. 6 months. In. For this video, 6 months. Now, the argument could be that he's in the middle of a desert, probably assume that nothing will happen. This clearly looks like some deserted place that he probably don't think someone. But again, I'm on a plane, you're on a plane. Do you want to risk it? Do you want to risk it over this? Do you want to actually risk what this man is doing? Not gonna lie, it does look cool. It does look cool. But the thought behind it, it just does seem very cool to do if you do it. Quick question that's not in the poll. Y'all do skydiving? I just want to know because I know people don't typically do things like that, but I've been getting a little older and I'm like, hey, I'm at that age now. I'm like, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm kind of leaning into it. Maybe by 35, I'm like, I'm fully in. I'm fully committed to it. Right now, it's an intriguing offer. 23, I was like, hey, no. Again, to react for people that's just coming in or just watching the video or might have gotten confused, this is the plane, and you see right there is no pilot. There is no pilot right there. Y'all see that? No pilot. Meaning the guy y'all seen jumping is the pilot of the ship. He is the pilot. There is none. Now he's not in said plane. He's going to jail for 6 months for this. This plane has no, it can go anywhere. It can go into a house, it can go into another plane. It could just hopefully just land and just blow up anywhere. It's also destruction of property and craziness. It could go anywhere. And apparently the only person that could be hurt is him, but it also can be, again, 6 months over this incident. Now we try. I want to see what the plane does. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe with self-control, just like the first time we saw actual video. Maybe we have been led to believe something else in all the articles I read. But let's see if the plane is it safely landing, or they have because we see they got a killer camera over top of it. So let's see what actually happens to. We'll see. That did not look controlled. Yep, my opinion. They're way more than 6 months. Why? Because that plane is clearly not controlled. I gave hope at the end. I wanted to see maybe they have a drone because they had something over top looking at it. I wanted to give hope. I wanted to say maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they told us all wrong information, and maybe all these situations are different. Maybe it wasn't just an incident, because this could have ended badly. And into a man. No one hurt but him. Your argument is that. I hear your argument. You can have more arguments in the chat. You can have more. My opinion, send them to jail. Gone. Want them out of here. Get them out of here. Listen, I need an example of these people. I need people to understand it's just not good just to do whatever you want. Doing the most riskiest thing. I want that out there. I just want them gone. It's simple. I just want them gone. We done seen the Mizzies. We done seen the IRL streamers. We done seen the fake pranks. We done YouTubers punch people, hit them in the back of the head. We have seen all these incidents. It's time for repercussions. Youth don't have repercussions, it seems like. Because if I saw this dude in this video, you only got 6 months. This video is cool. I'm not gonna even pretend like it's not a cool video. It's not something dope and not fun that a young person will. Only 6 months in jail for it. Might run a risky. Let me know y'all thoughts. Like and subscribe. We are here every Thursday, maybe Friday. We are here on Thursday and Friday. Make sure you like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. Watch the pre-records when they come out. If you can't watch the entire show, I do appreciate it. Remember that. Hit that notification bell. It is Classic Zell. It is Classic Zell Rubes. Classic Rubes and Zell. I appreciate y'all. I just want to leave that in. Hey, look, we gotta have a blooper in there. I'm leaving a blooper in now. This also behind the scenes stuff we put up, so I'm gonna get it just not gonna happen.
Dummy.
It is Classic Zell roommate.
Yeah, no, that sounds like pretty much. Yeah, that's a you thing. Okay, so because Ruby's always perfect. So anyway, okay, so before we start discussing, the poll questions of this one were, okay, question, was 6 months jail time a good punishment for this YouTuber? Okay, option 1, yes, he didn't hurt anyone but himself. Option 2, no, he should have gotten way more time. And number 3, no, free that man. Right, so those are your 3 options. So y'all can vote. If you guys can't see the options, those little gray boxes, it'll still allow you to click on them, just so you know. And then I just read them out to you. It's also typed out in the chat. So, you know, if you guys haven't made up your minds, you have until the end of our discussion before the next story starts, and then that poll ends. Okay, so go ahead, Zell. You haven't convinced me yet. I'm just gonna say you haven't convinced me. So what's going on?
Listen, all I'm saying is this man is leaving a plane in the middle of nowhere to crash anywhere. That is my problem. And I just want these people, and I'm gonna be honest. Does he probably deserve 6 months? It's probably enough. But I just need the examples out of these people. I just need Mizzy to know that there's real consequences for this. Cause that kid is out of control. I need all these people. I need Zerkas and all these people to know it's consequences for your action. That's all I want.
Yeah, but this is not Mizzy. This is very different. Now, again, and for those of you who don't know, this happened like back in like 2020 or 2021, something like that. Yeah. And this was planned for a very long time. This was not knee jerk. Some little 17-year-old jerk decided, hey, you know what would be fun? Let's go do this right now and screw any of the consequences. Number one, Buddy has a pilot license. Number two, Buddy had flown over this exact terrain multiple/countless times. He had done all of his surveying research. So he actually knew where, like what was there, right? The rock and the mountains and this and that, not just for his own safe being able to jump, but also because, again, as a pilot, you would know, for example, if you were to disengage at this point based on the air and the this and that, your plane's going to travel for approximately however many kilometers or whatever before it then crashes. So you would need to be bailing at a safe place, or as safe of a place as possible. And, you would judge that based on whatever, right? I don't really know how to do surveying stuff, whatever. The point is, he did all of this, okay? And so the fact that nobody was hurt other than him, no one was close to being hurt, that this was literally in the middle of nowhere where nobody possibly, the only person, like if some random hiker had hiked like up this impossible to hike mountain face, then I guess maybe. Like literally, it was not possible for him to have hurt anybody. Now, he hurt people's feelings, okay? He hurt people's feelings because he said that he was going to do like this tribute to his dead friend, I think, who was also a YouTuber, and it was like a whole thing, and that's why all the cameras were set up and blah, blah, blah. But no, it was really his way to get a bunch of attention. People thought he was dead for a while. It was the whole thing, right? And then, like, so he hurt people's feelings, and I get that. But, like, dude, 6 months in prison? Like, this is probably the most well thought out of all of the jackassery we've seen. And he's getting the stiffest punishment, despite the fact that really this already came at a great cost to him. A plane costs a lot of money, man. Like, think about that. He was like, the plane, he invested the plane, the cameras, all of that time and whatever. That was a lot of money he invested for this little bump in viewers. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, yo, he already paid. I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry. I don't think that he should have gotten 6 months. And for those of you who are like, oh yeah, but we got to teach these little Mizzies a lesson. Here's the thing. That's not what it's doing, really. Because the Mizzies, if anything, are just going to get punished worse, twice as hard still as the privileged white YouTuber. Like, it's not like it's going to translate to all jokesters. It's still the white privilege versus the not so white privilege is still gonna, rich privilege versus not rich privilege is still gonna be there. I don't know.
Listen, Ruby gonna get a pilot license, and we gonna do this too. If we get more than 6 months, I'm gonna be right.
Well, I don't know. What did you say? I said, yeah, no one was hurt but him. You obviously said he should have gotten way longer, right? But that's what happened.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, well, you know what? Listen, y'all, you got a few more seconds to vote. So get your vote in now. But I'm telling y'all, like, listen, in my opinion, that's just dumb. Like, I'm sorry.
So we have 2 for nobody was hurt for him and 3 for my.
And no one said free that man, though. Notice no one said he shouldn't get any punishment at all.
You should get some. By the way, just a heads up, I did a little skit thing in the other video, just so y'all know. Tomorrow, karma for Karen. I'm bringing karma for Karen, so it's gonna be a fun.
All right. Well, listen. Up next, we don't have a skit up next, but what we do have is a series. It's gonna be a new series. To let y'all know from now, this one was shout out. Thank you very much to Vonda for inspiring this series. And so every once in a while, when I get enough of them, I'll compile them together, and then we will vote and see which one of these is the crappiest situation. Y'all will see what I'm talking about in a second. Let's take a look at this video. It's gonna be good.
But nigga, it's me. I'm him. I'm not them. I'm him Jones. I'm him Duncan. I will beat a nigga ass and stomp him in my Timberlands.
Sometimes we all just need to be reminded that sometimes crappy things just happen in life. Okay? And I have a few of those crappy things to show you. All right. So the first crappy thing we're going to take a look at, I don't want to spoil it for you. I don't want to spoil any of the crappy things on this list. So let's just take a look.
Police cars pour onto a golf course. They're going after a suspected bad guy. But no need to hurry. He's trapped in a porta potty.
We couldn't believe that he went inside there.
The bizarre case starts when a stolen car crashes outside Milwaukee. 4 people inside take off. There goes one, then another, then the third, then the fourth. Cops say one of the bad guys ran to the golf course. Not exactly a great place to hide with all that wide open space. So what'd he do? He jumped into a porta potty. Fortunately, a golfer saw what was happening and tipped the porta potty over. Golfer Alyssa Boland was there.
He made a quick decision to tip it over, walked away, and said, "Good luck, buddy."
You can just imagine what happened next. The suspect found himself trapped inside. Back at the clubhouse, a police officer commandeers a golf cart and drives over to the porta potty. The cops roll the porta potty over so the suspect can get out.
Come out!
Y'all, I don't even know. I don't even know. I have no words for this one. I have no words. What? So, the golfer cleverly pushes over the porta potty, right? Which is like its own contained little box, and he pushes it over on the door. So now he can't escape, and he's covered in all of the stuff that's in the porta potty. So all of the human waste that is accumulated in that porta potty all day, and he can't escape. There's literally nothing he can do. He just has to sit there covered until the police arrive. Like, talk about a crappy day getting even crappier, right? I mean, like I said, crappy things happen. Let's keep watching.
Crawl out, dude.
Then he states the obvious. He's not exactly smelling of roses.
Don't do anything stupid.
One cop puts on gloves before he goes anywhere near the suspect. Hey, wouldn't you?
Right?
You injured it all? I'm just stretching.
A nice, relaxing, beautiful day on the golf course.
But like I said, various crappy things happen to people on a day-to-day basis. And so, well, we have another crappy thing happening. Let's take a look. Before we do, shout out and thank you so much to Ms. Vonda for this one, because I don't know where you found this, but God bless you, ma'am. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Sorry about this. Okay, so this woman right here with the pink bag, she said, "I'm sorry about this. This is an emergency." She's a customer. Okay? And she's speaking to the store clerk, maybe the owner, we don't know, the woman behind the desk. I have it on good authority. This is the first thing she said was, "I'm sorry about this. This is an emergency." Then you can see her approaching the big, one of those giant garbage cans. Yeah, she's approaching the garbage can and she's taking the lid off. Let's take a look at what happens next.
Trash can for what, ma'am? No, ma'am, you gotta go. No.
It's like,
ma'am, get out of this store. You're not using the bathroom in our trash can. Get out.
where can I go?
It's outside. Get out. I lost your damn mind. No, get out of my store. Get out of here.
Can I get a bag?
You just had one right there. Get your bag and get out of our store, ma'am. Get your shit and get out of our store.
I can't make it out of the store.
You hear the woman? She said, take your crap and get out my store with it. And trust me, she doesn't just mean your bag, lady. She means all the crap inside your digestive tract that you feel is about to come out in an emergency. Well, it needs to hold its emergency in or run down your leg or whatever it's doing. But what it's not doing is coming out in her store, whether it's in her garbage bags or otherwise. It's not coming out of her store. So you need to take your crap and go. Okay, that's what this lady is telling this woman. And this woman is like, I don't know, what is she high on something? Is this a diet gone wrong? I don't know what is going on. That is she on drugs too? Like, I don't know what is going on that she's got her hand in this position. And she really thinks that this is like, yo, this is working. This is working for her. You know what I mean? She really feels say this is working. That I think is what's blowing my mind the most. Let's keep watching.
You want me to help you make it out of the store?
I'm saying I don't want.
Ma'am, get out of the store. Get out of the store! I'm not gonna keep asking you and saying.
I don't want to make a mess in your store.
And leave out the store. You gotta leave up out of here.
If I want
Get your ass out of the damn store. Get out of our store now, or I'm gonna have to put my goddamn hands on you now. I'm trying to be motherfucking nice. Get the out the store.
I'm asking, is there a place I can
open it up?
It's coming out now. Let me get my stuff.
You gonna get it.
Okay.
You get the hell out of here. And you get your ass out here and I give you your goddamn shit. I got goddamn store. Get your ass out of here and shut the up.
But like the thing is, right? As wild as that is, and shout out again to Vonda for that one, right? It is not the only crappy thing that has happened that looks a lot like that. It's just not. What's wrong with human beings? I don't know. Maybe the next one will help us out to answer that question. Virgin, can this be legit? This can't be real. This can't be real. Yo, my dude got caught. Yo, he was ready to do some kung fu ninja things. Yo, mind yourself. He gotta go. And there's a bucket right there. It's basically made like a seat. If you didn't want him to use the seat bucket, you shouldn't have put it right there like it's its own personal porta potty. But you did. And then he went back. He took that mop. He told you about yourself. Put that mop on the ground and said, yo, I'm busy. And sat back down. Now this last one, well, this is interesting. This is an interesting one, y'all. And I don't know, we could take a whole vote just on this alone. I mean, how do y'all feel about hiring contractors to do major renos on your house, and then they want to use the bathroom, and they use a bathroom like in your house? So you're actively living in. Do you have a problem with that? Or would you be fine? Well, I don't know, but I could tell you that this woman, this homeowner, definitely has a problem with it. So let's take a look at our final crappy thing so far of 2023 of this segment and see what's what.
I haven't gone to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom at home.
You can't go to the bathroom here?
No, it's not a public bathroom, it's a house, and I don't want anybody going to the bathroom. No, when you take your break and go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Don't argue with me, I'm the one that pays you.
Don't be yelling at me. You have no right to be yelling at someone. This is the United States of America. And,
I understand.
And you do not deserve to be fucking yelling at anybody that works here. Just because we're Mexican, you have no right.
I'm a Mexican too.
Exactly. And you think you're above everybody.
You need to
just
leave
because
right
you're here.
now.
You should not be yelling at everybody.
You need to leave right now.
Call on the car then.
I'm the owner of the house. I'm the one paying you, and you need to leave right now. I'm gonna call the police.
Go ahead.
Okay? You don't want to make a scene with me. You need to leave now.
Call Ricardo. Pick him up.
Wait outside.
Honestly, I'm gonna say jump scare of the year when she said she was Mexican too. I'm like, really? Because you sound very white privileged to me. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying what you sound like. Not what you are. It's what you sound like.
Call him. I don't have a number. He pays me with someone else. He talks with someone else. Call the number. Call him.
Is this how you treat everybody?
I got work through someone else. Can you call him right now, please?
He's not going to answer.
Then how do you want me to leave? How do you want me to leave? You're not going to answer.
Okay, wait for him. He's still behind a bit.
All right.
This is weird. I thought she was calling the police. This is her house, right? You can't call their boss or the police, one or the other. Like, why are you stalling, lady? Why are you stalling, lady? That seems a little shady. That seems a little sus.
¿Baño, oye? ¿Te enojó porque fui al baño? El otro güey sí fue al baño, pero yo no fui al baño, pero no sabía porque estoy en el baño. Cabrón. You should know the rights here. 15 minutes of break.
Wait, what?
Okay, then work.
You want to work or don't you want to work? That was a random ending to that one. But y'all, for real, what do y'all think about these crappy situations? Which one do you think takes the cake? I don't know. I think for me, I think crappy situation number. I think the one for me that takes the cake is crappy situation number.
You're attacking your mind. The nigga is me. I'm him. I'm not them. I'm him Jones. I'm him Duncan. I will beat a nigga ass and stomp him in my Timberlands.
Shout out to Tro. I like because that
Well,
shot me
okay.
because I'm used to it, and then I saw the shit at the bottom.
You see it? Yeah, that's right. I told you. Listen, okay. So first, let me read the options to y'all. Okay, I did post it in the chat, but let me read the options. So the options were, what was the crappiest situation of all? Okay, there's 4 situations. Situation number 1 was the golf course. Situation number 2 was the store garbage. Shout out to Vonda. Situation 3 was the janitor bucket. And situation 4 was Mexi Karen. Okay. And so y'all, like, literally, I couldn't even decide. I'm just deciding right now, and I still can't decide. What is the best, or rather crappiest situation of, you know what? I don't know. What's worse? Is it worse to be covered in other people's poop? Like golf course, right? Is it worse that, I don't know how, I'm just trying to think, was she on drugs? Like, I'm just trying to think what was going through your mind that you saw a big garbage inside the store and said, yo, I'm going into that store to go poop in that garbage. Like, Then there's the janitor. What do you do? And that's like, they're all so good. They're all so good. Okay, you know what? I'm picking Kung Fu Janitor, who he ain't playing. When he's gotta go, and he ain't playing with y'all. That's who I'm picking. That's it.
Like, listen, I was almost thrown off of my game when she said, this lady said, "Lady, I'm trying not to mess up your store," and I'm like, "Ma'am, at least go outside if you don't want to. Why are you in the store time trying to in the garbage can?"
I think because that's the one that blows my mind the most. Like the golf course, yeah, see Muzaq, I get you, right? Because he's saying the porta potty, because I'm like, to be covered in someone else's food, it's terrible. But on one side, it's like, yo, why did you hide in the porta potty, right? But then the person pushing it over and stuff, you're like, I get how this series of things happened. I get it. But what was this chick thinking? Like, Frederick, what was she thinking? She walked in, like, yo, she came in, yo, she put down, she said, yo, sorry about this, put down her bag, yo, she's ready. She was about to ask for some toilet paper to go put, like, bro.
She didn't even ask for a restroom.
She didn't even ask for a restroom. She didn't even ask for the restroom. Then she's like, yo, I can't leave, man. I can't leave. I'm going to mess up your store. It's going to be running down my leg. It's going to be all over your store. You might as well just let me go. And she's like, I don't care. You take your shit and go.
That almost happened, but it got to be the porta potty. Because I think the series of unfortunate events and the way it happens, literally, to just be in the porta potty, hide, then have somebody with the nerve to decide to knock it over, and you have to sit in it.
Like, you committed the crime. They watched you commit the crime and run. That's your fault. You put yourself in that position. You feel me? Like,
and then you had to sit there and wait for the police to come in. No, then the police come for you.
And then they roll it over, so that means it got worse. You know, you just got settled into where it's at, and then they roll it over, so that means it newly covered you. Bro, but I don't know.
You gotta go to jail with you, and that's crazy. It might help you though if you did. Maybe they won't mess with you.
Right, but think about being in the janitor situation. So you're a janitor, okay? You're already cleaning nasty places, and you're just minding your own business. You like a nice young man, you know. You're trying to save some money for college. You know what I mean? And you mopping, right? And then someone's trying to point stuff to you, and you're not really trying to hear that today. We're like, all right, what? And you look, and the homeless dude that was sleeping a second ago is now sitting on your bucket, pooping in the bucket. So you were thinking, okay, I could stop him before he goes. But bro, this dude is Kung Fu Ninja Panda, I don't know what, okay? So now you got to just stand there. Because what are you going to do, right? So you have to just stand there and wait till the man finishes. And then you got to clean that up, because it's still your job to mop the floor and you still need that bucket. You feel me? So what? I feel like that might be worse. That might, because you have to watch the man desecrate the mop bucket and stuff, and then you got to clean it after. And then you still got to mop that floor by that man. Like, I just feel like that adding the insult to the injury. You know what I mean? Like,
all of these were terrible. By the way, I would be upset at every situation.
At all of them. Right,
but the porta potty one that got me. The whole series of unfortunate event. By the way, I want to shout out to DJ Muzaq, because for some reason he's the only person that Restream seems to care about or like.
Yeah, that's
because
weird.
He's the only person on our screen that shows up. I don't know why. I see other people in the chat talking, and he's the only one that shows up on the screen. So I don't know why he likes y'all. So I have to like randomly look down to see if anyone's saying something. Like I see Vonda said the store owner was out.
Yep, Rosalind voted for the golf course. Also, Vonda is voting for number 2, which to me it was between number 2 and number 3, because part of it for me with the golf course is, oh well, you earned it, right? Like you did something wrong, so, you know. I had to try to feel something, but yeah, I don't know. For some reason, we can't see anyone's chats except for Muzaq. So shout out to you, sir. Y'all, but listen, y'all like this segment. You know, like I said, when I find more, because scarily, there was still a couple more. Yeah. So when I find more of these, because apparently America really likes its shit. I don't know what it is, but y'all just like to just do it in inappropriate places. I don't know. There's just so many stories about it.
So I got told that culturally, some people don't believe in using toilet paper. So it just runs in the bathroom. When I was like, why is that here? Yeah, some people don't believe, their culture don't believe in toilet paper.
Well, yeah. Well, part of that is because they have like billions of people in a very small speck, and they can't afford, like, from a killing the planet, and also from monetary, it doesn't make any sense. So then you get like what are those things called, bidets, and then it's cleaner and better, and it just kind of, just washes you off, and it's more sanitary apparently. I don't know.
But why are you letting it drip?
Well, no, you don't, because it has air.
No, they let it drip.
No,
I'm talking about in our situation that happened where I was.
Oh, well, yeah, because they didn't know what they were doing. So they didn't know that there's different buttons. So there's a button, you can control the temperature of the water and whatever, and you can control whether it's coming for the front, the back, or both, right? And then there's actually a button function for air dry. So you didn't know, that's your fault.
Yeah, don't let it drip.
Okay.
Help us out.
Listen, if I don't really care what y'all do, to be honest with you. Just like, if you don't wipe well, it's okay, because you ain't gonna be in my house, in my car, in my presence, in my whatever. That's a you problem, not a Ruby problem. All right, y'all. So listen, we have now gotten to the end of day 1. We're gonna then do tomorrow. Day 2 is gonna be slightly earlier, still a short show, and then we are gonna put a poll in the community tab, so y'all can vote and tell us whether you like Thursday better, Friday better, both days better. Okay? That's what we're going to do. We're going to do it. And then that way we can give y'all what you're looking for. But thank you very much for coming today. I appreciate all of you. If you did not hit the like button, make sure you hit it on the way out, because that's important also. If you're not subscribed yet, why not? Click the subscribe button and then click the bell, so that way you get the notifications every time we go live, because, we also do drop a bunch of videos throughout the week, some that were in the show, less Ruby, more Zal, some that were, recorded, never made it to the show, and so you guys want to be alerted for that also, right?
So hit that bell.
Right? Yeah, I think we do. So yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool to me. We good, Zal? I don't know. You got something? You got something over there?
Nothing for you. I do thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for watching. See y'all in the chat. I appreciate you, even though, like I said, at times we have to look down to see our phone, because, like I said, the chat just showing DJ music. So I guess it don't like no one else, so, which is very strange. But shout out to DJ Music for his YouTube plug.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Cool, y'all. Well, we'll see you tomorrow then. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers. Peace.